In Indonesia, a floorboard is not just a gift, it becomes a social custom that you can sit everywhere in any kind of ceremony, be it a wedding or graduation. But behind that, there is a problem. It only being used for a few days and then get wasted just like that. That's why we created a Mora, a modular flower board that is reusable but can also keep emotional value while also being sustainable. And this is why you should be a part of it.
Indonesia is facing a big problem, which is that the culture of giving papan bunga or flower boards for events like weddings, graduations, and even funerals create a ton of waste due to the material of the papan bunga that is not decomposable friendly, while also the papan bunga is not reusable. When people receive it, they usually throw it away, and they also don't store it because they receive so many and the size is too big. While this gift-giving culture is very high demand, it is only used once and thrown away. Meanwhile, the customers experience the pain to pay 500,000 rupiah to 1.5 million every time they need to give this to someone while it is being thrown away after use. Problem is important because it creates a large environmental impact, but the market demand still is high, while also customer trends are changing because the alternatives in the current market have not offered something both sustainable while also have a good aesthetic experience and appearance that is on par with the iconic traditional look of papan bunga. We see this as a gap and opportunity that can be filled by our product as a solution, as also validated by more than 95% of our visitors at Ganesha Business Festival. Our product Bloom Board is not creating a new habit, it is transforming a market that already exists and big into a more sustainable and efficient system.
So, who are these Bloom Boards for? Well, our primary target market is the urban campus gifters, mostly Gen Z students and fresh graduates in the age of 18 to 25 who are highly active on social media, price sensitive, and are completely anti-clutter. So, these people want aesthetic, Instagram-worthy gifts, but they hate the high cost and environmental waste of traditional styrofoam boards. And that's why with Mora, we can directly help solve their needs by delivering them with a premium design, but completely hassle-free and zero storage burden.
To solve the problem, we designed our product Bloom Board, which is a reusable modular flower board system that is for rent. So, designed for graduations, birthdays, weddings, and grand openings, our customers can choose the event and customize their letters and ornaments designed to who are they going to give it for. And then our team will install the Bloom Board at the location of the event, and after the event, we will take it back and then reuse it for the next customer. This renting system will create a lower price for the customers, while also it is reusable and doesn't create waste for the environment. In comparison to the regular flower boards in the market, we believe that we have a strong value propositions. We transform regular flower boards that is use and throw products into a sustainable and circular gifting and decoration system, while also have environmental benefits, economic benefits, functional benefits, and emotional benefits. Our product's value proposition is also in line with their customer needs and pains, as we relieve pains of needing a premium gift to be gifted but still sustainable while also personalized, and also create gains that it doesn't need to be thrown away after giving it to the person, also doesn't need to be stored because it is a rental system.
We tested out two different designs, which is the watercolor and the iridescent. Both of them received good feedback from our customers. More than 5 visitors also said that they like the watercolor better. And also, to test out the features, we first test the modular system of our prototype. Changes during our first hypothesis where we're planning to use the modular system using magnet. But through our production, through our testing, we use hooks now.
We also tested two different sizes, one is portrait and one is landscape. While market testing, people like both of them, but the portrait size is enough for a graduation scheme, while during weddings or birthdays, they prefer a bigger size. We also want to test out two different holes for the modular system, which is an oval and a T-shape, and resulted in us choosing the oval shape because it looks better. But the gap between the holes during the first prototype was too tight between holes, so it doesn't look as appealing ceiling, so we decided to expand the gaps between each hole to 6 centimeters. We tested out the strength of the 3D hooks to see if it's durable or not and make sure the elements stay in place. Our prototype is still limited to the size of the alphabet. It is too small for the size of our holes, and the gap between alphabets became awkward, and the material for the letters is still fragile for an element that is that small, so we need to fix it. Our design of the flowers is also still limited to the combination that is pre-designed before the production, so the mix and match is still limited. We need to find flower designs that can stand on its own and it doesn't look awkward when being mixed and matched completely, so it doesn't need to be combined pre-production.
In Ganesha Business Festival 2026, we get more than 50 visitors and feedbacks from them. For them, Mora is unique, innovative, and environmentally friendly. What attracts them the most is our illustration-based flower style, our modular system, our rental system, and also the customization potential from our flower board. And most importantly, from those feedbacks, we will do a improvement on our prototype that is improving text and flower proportions, increasing flower and decorative variations, reducing hole visibility, creating denser arrangements, and developing more customizable and even specific designs, especially the formal one. Other than that, there's an interesting feedback too. That is, we recognize another business model, which is selling the flower board or selling the flower elements as house decoration or as gifts that is also collectible. And from all this feedback and our improvement towards our prototype, that is a proof of our continuity improvement on our value proposition before scaling. We have done concept testing with university students aged 19 to 22 years old with G-Form and interview, 50 from G-Form and 3 interviewee, and they give us such a positive results. That is 48 out of 53 respondents have the positive intention to use our flower board service. And what become their most diverse in purchasing from us is that the sustainability idea and the rental system and modular system that supporting it, and also the customizable option with modern design that give an emotional significancy in gifting. And for the price, they are willing to pay between 150,000 to 200,000 rupiah. And from this testing, it also validation to confirm that customers are ready for a more sustainable floorboard solution that we provided, and we can continue to deliver strong value and product quality.
Now onto the sales forecast. So we use Ulrich's framework of Q equals N times A times P with our serviceable obtainable market, or N, at 60,000 potential customer per year, and our awareness, or A, is at 20%, knowing us as an early business and our geographical limits. And our purchase probability, P, is at 0.2262, taken from our 53 survey respondents. This projects us to 2,714 rentals per year, generating us to 407 million to 542 million rupiah in annual revenue. So knowing all this, our strategic decision is clear: revise, because our demand is fully validated and 92% of our respondents want this service and our GBF visitors loved it. However, during the exhibition, it exposed a few structural flaws, like our text fonts looking a bit misaligned or the thinness of our PVC elements breaking. So with this, we must upgrade the durability before commercial launch. But the massive upside of this, our GBF visitors actually demanded to buy the boards outright. So now we are perfecting the structures, and soon we can add a high margin direct purchase line to our business model. So right now we must revise, and then we can go. So investors, let's scale up to the future of celebration.